Y'all, this salmon smells so good. Okay. Yes, it does. Alright. Hey, y'all. Peace. I'm Ivory. I'm back. I'm back, and it's time to eat again. Alright, so today I made some salmon. I actually sauteed it on the stove, but right before it was finished, I put some barbecue sauce on top. Same thing for the shrimp. Sauteed it on the stove. Right before it was done, put it in. Put some barbecue sauce on top. I did 2 layers. So I let it broil, then I put another layer on top because I like it sticky and thick. And today we're going to smack it out. Alright. We're going to smack it out, and hopefully I need to be able to focus today because we got to talk about Isaiah Bowden, y'all. Around 2 corners from me in Raleigh, North Carolina. Because we got to shout out to Isaiah Bowden. We're going to toast to her actually. But first, shout out to all the new subscribers. Beloved, you didn't have to share those videos. I wasn't even looking for attention. I really just wanted to share the sauce with my sisters. So, shout out to all the new subscribers. Shout out to Beloved. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you because that sauce is good. Okay, so either way, we're going to pour some wine. Let me turn this off because I got all these bottles up here. Alright, so I do have some barbecue salmon and shrimp. I have some asparagus here with garlic and red onion, some whole wheat pita bread, and some rice shots again, y'all. I got brown rice and quinoa shots to mix in with this here and there. I did forget my rice though, so I think I'm gonna have to do this like finger food. I like to cut up my asparagus, but yeah, I got to pick that up. We got some grapes for dessert today, y'all. Got green and red grapes. And y'all, I got some mint lime water that I want to try today. I'm gonna play this video for y'all.
Backseat of a Lyft leaves a teenager on the side of the road. A 17-year-old girl tells us she jumped out of that moving car because of her driver's suspicious behavior. Good evening, live from downtown Raleigh. I'm Lauren Johnson.
Hi, everyone. I'm Steve Daniels. This evening, 17-year-old Isaiah Bowden is recovering from injuries after she jumped out of that Lyft car. It happened on Fox Road in Raleigh near 540 and Lewisburg Road, and that's where Cindy Bay is live tonight with the details. This is really incredible what happened, Cindy.
Yes, Steve and Lauren, and we just learned from Raleigh police that there were no charges in this incident, but that's not enough for Isaiah Bowden. Earlier, she told me how she'd hoped there'd be more consequences after this terrifying experience.
Oh, how many boys flirted with you? He said that right away.
It wasn't long until Isaiah Bowden felt uncomfortable in a Lyft ride home. After 2 minutes of her driver's behavior,
"Oh, you just look good. I would date you if you weren't so young."
Bowden says the driver then sprayed something that she says made her dizzy and warm.
When I got in his car, it did smell like cigarettes, so when he sprayed one time, it was already like, oh, it no longer smells like that. But for you to keep spraying it, then roll your windows up, like, I know it's not about me being nervous or anything.
The terrifying experience ultimately causing her to jump out of the moving car.
I was very scared, but then again, I was more so like, I'd rather get out of this car than, fall asleep in a car with this man and I don't really know.
Bowden fell in the area of 7300 Fox Road, a few miles away from her house.
I just looked down at the ground, I looked behind me, and I just jumped out. And he didn't stop when he noticed the door was open or he heard me crying or anything.
The scars on Bowden's face and body reminding her of the close call, and Lyft removing the driver.
I don't think that's stopping him from anything else. It doesn't really bring peace to me at all. As us young girls or even women, we have to be very aware and safe of our surroundings. Cancel your ride and wait for somebody. Because honestly, I would have waited for my friend if, anything else. But I don't see myself ever riding in another Uber or Lyft. I'm okay with that.
And Bowden says she still plans to work, but might get a car or depend on family or friends to get there and back. Reporting in Raleigh, Cindy Bay, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
And the news here at 6 o'clock, no charges filed by Raleigh police. Cindy, thank you.
No charges filed. It's getting to the point where we have to save ourselves before the fatal thing happens. Because these bandits are on the loose, y'all. And she said, and you could hear the youth in her voice, like in her personality. You could hear how young she sounded. And 17 is nearly an adult age. But the point is, and I know she had a job, but the point is, you could tell that she's, you know, she's just a regular girl. And if you look it up, you'll see her. She's in the hospital bed with the brace around her neck. She had bruises all over her forehead, her cheek, her chin, because she jumped out of that car and saved her life, or saved her body from being touched. Y'all, we not safe out here. This girl couldn't even get off work. She couldn't even get off work and go home from work without being harassed. And he gonna tell her, I would date you if you weren't so young. And then persist to ask her questions about boys and tell her about her body, how she looked good. What? You creep weirdo. Dang, this sauce is good. Y'all, some people said no charges were filed. And on top of that, that man had the nerve to stand there with the onlooking people and watch his victim as she stayed there on that ground, hurt because she saved her own life running away from you. And he said, I ain't commit no crime. He knew. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Salmon in my teeth. He knew that he couldn't be charged with anything. Now, sometimes they do be just that damn slow that they can't really put the pieces together. But a lot of times these guys know. They know. And they didn't say the race of the man. I'm telling y'all, race is irrelevant. That's why you got to have your intuition on alert. Because it don't matter what their race is. They all dangerous. They all have the capability to be dangerous. But one thing I know is that black guys not worth the risk. They are not worth the risk to see whether or not they're going to manipulate you or steal from you or R-word you. It's not worth the risk with them. But all in all, as a whole, you got to watch them all. Because we have the womb magic. We have the intuition built in by birthright in our womb. I don't know what they got. Maybe it's power in their balls. I don't know. I'm not a man. That don't concern me. What I do know is our power feels like a good feeling. It feels like butterflies. And Isaiah Bowden, 2 minutes into her ride, jumped her behind out of that moving car. She sure did. She sure did. That was her intuition. That was her intuition that told her to do that. And she couldn't even explain it. Y'all, you know that feeling that you get. And if you're mature in your spirituality, you can formulate the words to explain it. But I just want the people who, whether you're young like Isaiah, or if you just are youthful in your spirit to where you can't really, you're not sure if you know or not. It feels like fire. It feels like a clear voice in your head and butterflies in your stomach. That's your womb activating. Isaiah said, it's better for me to get out of the car than to stay in the car with the man I barely know or I don't know. However she worded it, she sounded so innocent. She saved her life or saved her body from being touched, whichever one it was. No charges filed. And y'all know I got DV court in the morning. We already went to 50B court. And it's almost time for me to tell and show y'all now. Because they're not all illiterate bandits. They're not all slow. My lips feel like, whew, they're spicy. They're not all illiterate, see. And some of them just have connections with people who know more than they do. They will hire a lawyer, and the lawyer plays that game for a living. What is the game? It's the judicial system. Them people don't have no emotions for you. You got to go in there with all the proof in the world just to prove that somebody did something to you. We don't have time for that. You best have your intuition on alert so God can show and reveal things to you before the harm even happens. That's why I'm fit to get on. Because I'm seeing things in my spirit. And y'all, listen. See, I done had a beautiful last few days. I'm a full-time mukbanger. And I love this, y'all. I literally serve girls. I serve women. I don't hate men. This is not a divestment channel. I'm not even sure if I understand what all that means. What I know is God put into my heart. Excuse me. I did go to school for education, secondary education. So there's already that teenage mind frame. Then right before adulthood, I was already doing that. 8 years straight. But God showed me that it's deeper than that. That as women, life is deeper than me teaching about these books. We got to save our lives, y'all. Shout out to Isaiah, y'all. I'm about to eat a little bit more. Excuse me for doing the whole most and everything else. Y'all, I stumbled upon this on Google. I'm trying to do research on Louisiana and Crystal hot sauce, y'all. I was trying to do research on Louisiana hot sauce. And boom, the first thing that's on the top of the Google thing, right underneath the typing bar. And it said Raleigh. I don't live in Raleigh, but I'm not far from Raleigh. But I'm like, Raleigh is a good area. That's a good area, y'all. That is a wealthy area in North Carolina. That is the capital city of North Carolina. These people out in the capital city acting a plumb fool. Using the Lyft car. What is you doing, friend? These dudes can't even go on a dating app or hire them an e-girl. You got to use your Lyft car riders, friend. That's how bad it got. That's how bad it got that you got to prey on your Lyft riders. Y'all, the rise of the incel. I did not write this article. I did not write this article. Look it up if you want to know what it is. What is an incel? Look it up. Because I don't want y'all to think this coming from me. Y'all, this asparagus is so good. Let me put a little sauce on it. Take it up a notch. Y'all, I feel like I'm eating like a... Yo, I feel like I think I might have forgot the camera. I don't know. Sorry, y'all. I don't know if I was eating like a barbarian right then. It's good, though. Mm-hmm. Y'all hear that wind blowing? My bad, y'all. That's YouTube. Man, that lady, I don't know what the hell she did with this sauce. I still don't know why it tastes like that. It don't quite make sense. I think it's a secret. I think it's a secret. She don't want us making this from the house, y'all. She sure don't. I don't care. I don't want mine. I want bees. Maybe. I was really about to sit here and try to tell y'all about B-Love. Like we don't all know about her. And shout out Big B. If I didn't know any better, I would think that this man purposely creates issues when it's time for me to record with y'all. This all jokes aside, y'all, cause we not together. This man, this business. But it's just something about a black woman thriving when you a broke bum. They just can't handle it. I think he do this on purpose. If y'all could see how much I go through. It might have seemed like I just didn't post yesterday because I didn't want to. Oh, I recorded though. You'll see. I got to get up out of here first, y'all. Give me a minute. Cause God say I ain't got to be afraid. God said, God said, let your enemies fall into their own net while I pass by in safety. That's what God said. It's just like Glorilla said, y'all. Not everybody is meant to come with you to the top, see. Because I was gonna bless folk. I was gonna bless folk on top of the blessings I already blessed them with. Just to spread the love, but I reckon it's only for my sisters. Cause that's the last bandit in my life. And this was supposed to be me just business. But I reckon it wasn't meant for me to bless you. I guess you just don't deserve it. What she say? What Glorilla say? Hold on. What Glorilla say, y'all? This now, shout out to Big Glorilla. She say, you just missed $1 million with your dumb ass.